This is what I hope to be the G.I.Joe Classified Series General Hawk Abernathy figure from Hasbro, and just really praying to the toy gods that I got what I got. Okay, obviously I picked this up from Amazon.com. It just came in the mail yesterday, so come on. And they packed it. Did they put some protection? Ooh, this time around they've put a lot of these air packets to hopefully preserve the box. Seems to be in pristine condition, and yes, it is the G.I.Joe Classified Series General Clayton Hawk Abernathy. You've heard some horror stories from Amazon customers who have been victims of that figure swapping modus that some unscrupulous collectors and scalpers have been doing because of the windowless packaging. So hopefully this will be not an issue. The tape looks to be in mint condition. Please let it be Hawk. If it's not Hawk, man, I'll have lost complete faith. Okay, moment of truth. Please let it be Hawk. Oh! Yes! Finally! General Clayton Hawk Abernathy in the flesh. Oh my goodness. I hope we got every... Oh, okay. Come on. Okay. I think we got everything. I can feel the guns. I can feel the helmet. I think we got everything. No need to worry right now. And here is General Hawk out of the box, and boy, this figure came out terrific. Oh my goodness, there's so much to gush over this figure. Always wanted the General Hawk when I was a kid, never got it. The only General Hawk I got was the one with the jetpack, with the wings, the fold up, pop out wings. You know what I'm talking about? You grew up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? But I never had the classic General Hawk, and always wanted it, never had a chance to get it, and now I finally have a classic version of that character, and in 6-inch scale format, and I'm just so happy. This figure came out great, exceeded my expectations. My issues with the figure are very, very minuscule. They're not even real issues, but yeah, we'll talk about them later. But right now, let's just appreciate how awesome this figure is. I have him carrying everything. All the accessories that came in the package, including the double goggles. I know it's stupid, you can't be wearing two goggles, but I had to put it on. Oh, and just as I was about to say how solid this figure is, he can stand on his own, he topples over. But let me just put him back up. Let's take a closer look at the details of this new G.I. Joe Classified Series General Hawk. So the figure stands at about 6.5 inches tall, just under 6.5 inches tall. And the figure comes with a slew of accessories. I was only expecting him to actually have one pistol. That's what he had back in the 80s. Didn't have all these rifles and all that. He just had a helmet and a pistol. But they've given him two pistols, 45 and what is this, a Glock? And both these pistols have their own holsters. Oh man, so cool. I'm sorry to be gushing over holsters, but back in the day in the 80s, he had a molded in holster, but it didn't work. Only Chuckles was the figure, the old 80s vintage figure that had a working holster, and now it's pretty staple. You know, it's very basic to have a working holster, but back in the day, oh man, if your figure had a working holster, it was so cool. Okay, he also comes with two rifles, these two shotguns. I know this is a shotgun, what, 12 gauge? And then this one is it a grenade launcher? Somebody tell me in the comments if this is also a shotgun. It looks like a shotgun, but it could be a grenade launcher. Somebody let me know. I'm not too familiar with guns. I don't own any. Then let's talk about the helmet. The helmet comes with two goggles. Well, I should say the figure comes with two goggles. And the reason they did that was, and I think this is very smart. This is really a lot of fan service. And the designers have already probably figured out that if you keep the goggles on for too long, it stretches out, and over time it just tears off. So what they did was they had two goggles, one for the actual figure's eyes and the other one on top of the helmet. So you don't end up stretching the soft plastic, because like my low light's goggles are like pretty tight, so I never keep the figure with the goggles on. I always have to remove it, which is a pain because the character always has goggles in it. But what they did with this figure is you've got a separate goggles for the actual figure, and it's a nice fit. It's not a tight fit and it's not a loose fit. It's so exact. I mean, wow, talk about accuracy in measurement. It doesn't stretch out this part right here. It's not too tight. It's not going to stick onto his head. Just brilliant execution. This is what I'm talking about, Hasbro. With the Transformers, with the clearances and all that, you just have to measure things out. And look at this. Very cool. And then you can actually have the option to keep the goggles on his helmet, which is what I think we saw in the cartoon. So very cool. The helmet fits nicely. It's not too tight. It's kind of loose. Well, not super loose. It'll stay on, but it's not a like stretch out type fit. I am a little disappointed that they used soft PVC on this helmet. Back in the day, the 80s, it was very hard plastic that you had to snap onto his ears. And I get that this is a smart move on the part of Hasbro. They wanted it soft so you don't scrape off any paint on the hair or it doesn't stick. You can keep the helmet on the figure even when you store the figure. It's not going to stick or anything like that. You're not going to ruin it. But I would have honestly appreciated just a little bit stiffer type of plastic. This one is just way too soft. It feels like one of those World War I airman's helmet. Soft leather hair pieces that they put on, head pieces. So it's got that 1-star general painted gold on top, and yeah, very nice. So again, holsters right here, separate pieces with straps, same here. He's got the bomber jacket, very cool detail. He's got Abernathy there. He's got the fleece or the collar. Yeah, very cool. No backpack for him. Didn't really carry a backpack. I love the sculpt. It's so classic. And even if they don't give us a retro carded General Hawk, this feels like a direct throwback to the 80s figure. Articulation of the figure, it's got a ball jointed neck, triple ball joint here, ball joint in the middle, and ball joint at the base of the neck, ball jointed midsection, and ball jointed waist section. It's got butterfly joints for the shoulders, hinge joints allow the arms to go in and out, forward and backward 360. You got a bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. The wrists, they're on swivels and they both move up and down. The hips are on drop-down ball joints. You've got thigh swivel, double-jointed pinless knee joints. They're not as tight as I thought they would be, except for this one. This one's a little tight. The lower knee joint on the left leg, that's the only tight joint. Everything else seemed to be just the tightness was enough, not too tight. Boot cut, calf swivel, ankles hinge up and down, and have the rocker tilt. It's got really nice classic camo pants. Everything you need for a General Hawk. Oh, before we forget, let's compare him with the one my wife found in the wild, the General Hawk variant. Look at that. He's a little shorter, about 5 millimeters shorter than the variant. Rightly so. I mean, this guy I thought was pretty tall. I mean, in the show, but wow, look at that. Feels like he's a regular person. This guy feels like a wrestler. He could be like, what, The Undertaker? Or Kane compared to him. Wow, look how huge this other one is. And so some final thoughts on this classified series, General Hawk. Wow, Very, very impressed with this figure. It's going to get an easy 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely love this figure. I have a few very minor comments on the helmet. But overall, this is an absolute perfect figure. Very, very well done to the design team. Congrats. Easily figure of the year together with Agent Helix. Boy, it's a tough choice. Probably going to give them a tie at top spot figure of the year for the classified series. Maybe out of all the figures I reviewed this year. Absolutely love this figure. It's a gorgeous figure. I hope you guys are able to get this. Don't pay too much for it. Don't pay scalper prices for it. If you want to hunt down for it, oh man, best of luck. And make sure you check the tapes or just open the packaging just after you buy it from the store, just to be sure it's not been swapped out and all that. But best thing to do is just pre-order this at your trusted online stores. Best of luck to everybody hunting this figure down. Let me know what you guys think of this G.I. Joe Classified Series General Clayton Hawk Abernathy. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.